If you're using a Cricut, instead of cutting out the letters on your vinyl and weeding out the vinyl around your letters, you weed out the actual letter and leave the vinyl that surrounds the letter. So what I'm gonna do, I've already painted my wood, and I'm gonna take the backing off the letter. And this is a very old piece of vinyl, so it's, and it's been in my garage for a while, so it's kind of not wanting to let go of a few areas. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and as you see, the letters are gone, and all you have left is the vinyl that surrounds it. So we're using it like a stencil. You just put it on like this, burnish it in, then you peel off your transfer tape, always remember to, when you're pulling this stuff off, to do it at a, like, I guess it's, I don't know what they call it, maybe a 90-degree angle, I don't know. So you don't pull it up like this, you pull it back like this, and it keeps everything on your surface. This is also really helpful if you're putting it on a wall where vinyl tends not to stick. I'm gonna rub out the bubbles that surround the letter. I don't care if there's bubbles out here because I'm not gonna be painting out there. But this next step is very important. It's the whole point of doing it this way. And I do it this way a lot. I'm a muralist, and every now and then when I don't have time to hand letter, I will have vinyl, and I will do this because it is so much quicker and accurate. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Almost done. Rubbing out all the bubbles that surround, because even though this next step is going to help, if you still have bubbles next to your opening of the letter, it's not going to be perfect. So, and this vinyl is so old, I'll actually be surprised if it works. All right, now the secret step is to take caulking. Any kind will do, but I use, sorry, I use clear. It comes out creamy, but it dries clear. And it's the Alex Plus for windows, doors, trim, molding, etc. It's just for paint projects. Then I dab a little in every letter. And I take it like you're putting on face cream and just rub it. And kind of, you know, if you see you've got some lift in some areas, kind of rub it around into those areas, because it'll go up into that lifted bubble. Now you don't really need to wait for this to dry. It's all right if you paint over this as it's wet, because it will dry with the paint. And you won't see it because it's clear. And like I said, I do this on walls especially all the time. Now I'm going to take my paint, and I'm just using a Bare product. It's a semi-gloss, and it's called Dover White. I got it because I have to make some repairs on some baseboards in my home, and this is the color. Now I'm using an old straggly brush, but it doesn't really matter. It's real good idea to keep the, as I say, just as I say it. I was going to say it's a good idea to keep the new paint off the old paint, so you don't have to repaint over your mistakes. But as you see, I'm going to have to do that. But it's good for you to see that people do make mistakes and that they're usually fixable. And again, this is regular latex house paint. I did notice I had a little bit of lifting. So if you end up getting some bleed through, just be ready with a small brush after this dries and just paint it out. All right, and I'm not even waiting for it to dry. Gonna go ahead and pull it off. I only had one little mark here that I'll have to touch up. Not a big deal. And then I have something here. I don't know what it is. Like a string or something. And I will have to touch that up. Okay, at this point, I get like an X-Acto knife and peel out the little fill-ins right there in the O and the P and the R. But this is a really good way of getting paint on the wall without stressing over, I have this vinyl, I did this vinyl, and now it's going to peel off my walls. Really? You don't ever have to worry about that. It'll be on there permanently. Okay, I'm back, and the project is pretty much done. As you can see, I've taken out the centers of the letters. They came out pretty much without incident. I repaired the mistakes that I had where I dripped paint and I had a bleed out here. And it's pretty much all done. I really hope this helps when you're putting vinyl on the wall and you don't want it to peel every time the air conditioner comes on and blows a little dust that way. It can peel off, and this will be permanent. Thanks a lot for joining me. Bye-bye.